In terms of WordPress security, hacking happens. See, WordPress powers about 25% of the entire internet, which basically means that there's a giant target painted on its back because bad people, black hats, nefarious folks, say, hey, 1 in 4 websites runs on WordPress. If I find an exploit for WordPress, look at all the people I can take advantage of. That being said, WordPress itself, the core, is very secure, very well maintained. Most of the plugins, particularly the longer maintained, established plugins, are also quite secure themselves. But the fallacy that I hear a lot from my clients and around is, why would anyone want to hack my site? And it's just, you're assuming there's an intent, that there's one person attacking one website, and that you have something valuable that they want. Like you might say, why would anyone break into my house or my car? I drive an $800 pile of crap Jeep. Why would anyone break into that? But that's not how it works programmatically. In the WordPress space, in the technology space really, a lot of attacks are totally automated. They're looking to exploit known vulnerabilities in existing software and versions that haven't been updated yet. Because the fact of the matter is, despite all of our best efforts on the professional side to keep every system perfectly up to date, when was the last time you said, no, don't run that update right now? On your phone, on Windows, on your Mac, on everything. You're just not keeping everything absolutely up to date all the day it comes out. So these nefarious folks, they put together something that says, well, if you're running something that's 4 versions old, we know that we can attack it this way. And they set that up and automate it. And their little program just runs through the internet a little bit, day by day, and takes advantage of anything that they can find vulnerable. So really, it has nothing to do with why would anyone hack my site. There is, of course, some motivation. Why are they doing this? Notoriety. They just like, hey, I did it. That's cool. Great. There's also to redirect traffic. So they want to take your visitors and send them to the sketchy parts of the internet. Don't want to do that. They might be putting a piece of malware that lets your website run perfectly, like you wouldn't know anything was wrong, but it's quietly downloading malware onto that user's local machine. And then they can leverage that in a number of ways. There's all, you could build a botnet and yada, yada, yada. Point being, there's tons of reasons that aren't always intuitive as to why hackers hack. Whatever. So what's the risk? The risk to you, obviously, is bad perception. Someone comes to your website, very reputable, upstanding business, and then gets redirected to somewhere they don't want to be. Bad software, porn, all kinds of crap. And while there is not a lot of case history that says you really are liable for what happens to that person when they try to navigate your website, why leave yourself open to the risk? You just make sure that your software is up to date. That is the first and foremost vulnerability, both at the hosting level, all that stuff on the server that we don't really even think about, and the website software itself. Keeping the software up to date is the single best way to keep your security closed to the biggest hole. That's the biggest hole in the bucket that you should patch first. And to do that, we have a plan that we call WordPress Professionally Managed, and there's a whole video series explaining that.